Easy action.
I'm your host, Jada Boss, and you're watching Boss Talk TV's Tall Table Discussions, where educated opinions entertain you, the viewer. Today, our panelist has 4 people. I'm going to let them introduce themselves with their name and major, starting with...
I'm Kiana, and I'm an interior design major.
I'm Brandon, I'm a hospitality major.
Oh, I'm Chris, I'm an accounting major.
I'm Tina, and I'm a kinesiology major.
Okay, so the topic of discussion today is going back to your ex. Is it a good look? Is it a bad look? We're gonna know. Okay, so the first question is, who at the table would get back with their ex, like one of their exes today?
Definitely not me.
You would get back with your ex? We got some hand raises in the back. Okay, so if yes, why is getting back with an ex a bad or a good idea, Tina?
I think it kind of depends on the situation of why you broke up. Like if it was distance or, you know, certain things were just at the right time. I mean, if it's over like, dude cheated on me or something, nah, I'm not getting back. You messed up, bro. That's about it.
Okay, so if it's no, like why is it a bad idea to go back with the ex? What if even you broke up on good terms, is it a bad idea to go back with your ex? Anybody?
Yes.
Why, Keith?
Because, well, I'll do the negative.
Speak
But,
louder.
it's bad because there's a reason why you broke up with them. Even if it was on good terms, they're an example why you shouldn't go back. X. Example. Found it on Twitter.
Okay, what do you think, Brandon?
Back to the front. I mean, it depends. If 2 people break up, maybe they just need time to grow, you know? Not saying that's always the case. Because I'm pretty sure you break up for a reason. But yeah, I mean, there's nothing really wrong. Every situation has its, you know, its own individual. There's no set standard saying no, you shouldn't get back with an ex. You know, every 2 people are different.
So you agree that like there's second chances for everybody, pretty much?
I do believe there are second chances, not all the time.
So you wouldn't get back with one of your exes today, but if you had one in the future,
Depends
maybe.
on what ex it is.
Oh, okay. Chris, what do you think about this situation? Like, would you ever get back with the ex? Do you think that it's a bad idea to get back with the ex? Good idea? What's
I don't know. I just feel like you broke up with that person for a reason. So it's like, regardless of what goes on, no matter what happens down the road, like I feel like that reason is not going to change. Like it's going to be the same. It's going to be the same thing. Like people say, you know, distance. If you claim like if you guys are breaking for distance, then if you're willing to get back with that person when they come back, then you should have never done it off of distance. Like, you know what I mean? So it's like.
Can I say something too?
They beg to differ too.
I think it's all based on bias too. Like I wouldn't get back with ex because I don't like them. but everyone else might get back with an ex because they like them, or it's because they still have feelings there, or they're still friends with them. It's different. It's all based on our own personal stories with them.
Okay. Right. And you guys argued with Chris and said that the distance thing you would break up in.
My thing with distance is that my thing with distance is that if, say, I'm out of school in California and he's here, and it's just too much at that time, and I'm transferring back home, you mean to tell me I can't get back together with him if we're going to be in the same spot for a very long time? I'm not saying break up with him when I go to school, come back for the summer, and I'm like, hey, let's get back together for 3 months and break up again. That's not what I'm saying. It's if it's a certain time, you know what I mean?
So basically, you guys are saying that a lot of times when we break up with people, it's because the timing's off.
I mean,
it can be that, but there's definitely a lot of different reasons.
But if the timing was off, we would consider getting back with that person.
Yeah, I feel like that's if anything, that's the most strongest reason as to why you would go back to an ex, because okay, you have 2 people that are compatible, your timing is just off. It's not like each individual party did something.
Right, that's true. Okay, so when we get back with an ex, what should we expect? You know what I mean? Changes. Okay, like, but what?
Okay.
And if they can't do it, should we get back with them?
Very interesting question.
I mean, these are questions that a lot of people wanted to know when they came up with this topic. you know, because a lot of people go back to their exes, so they wanted to know kind of why it's bad, why is it good, what does it make you look like, you
Well,
know?
there's a certain topic that I would want to discuss is maturity level. So say that you break up with somebody because of their maturity level and they show you that they've matured and all that kind of stuff.
Right.
So if you get back together with them, you expect for that maturity level to have gone up. If they're still doing the same immature things and little kid things, you're kind of stuck again. And you're like, I can't do it. So I think that you need to know for sure before you officially get back together.
Okay. All right, so what else should we expect? So obviously a maturity level. But what else will we expect from an ex if we gave them another shot?
But then you can't expect an ex to just change something about themselves that's completely out of, you know what I mean? Like, you can expect changes, but up to a certain extent. I mean, because obviously you were with them before, you know how they are. It's just not going to be, they're not going to change basically just because you're coming back into their life.
Okay. All right, so has any exes ever wanted you guys back?
Come on. Come on.
Come on. Is that a question?
Yeah. Yeah. Most
Okay.
definitely.
So why was that? Is it because you guys showed maturity levels and?
Well, I was the one that broke up.
Same here.
Okay, so here's a question I have that a lot of people have. Is it worse to be the one that called the breakup and want the person back? Or is it worse to be the one that got broken up with and want to be back?
Is it worse?
Yeah,
What do you mean worse?
Which one's worse? Which one looks worse? Or which one
If you
is
broke
worse?
up with them and
Yeah.
want them back, or you're the one that got broken up with and want them
Yes.
back?
Definitely the one that got
That's fine,
broken up.
Why do you say so?
Just because it's like, at that point it just seems like you're trying to,
You're trying to.
Big.
you're really trying too hard. Like if this, like me personally, like with anybody, like if they don't want to be around me, like they just don't want to be around me, and you gotta accept that fact, you know, through and through. So I don't care if you've been with somebody for 4 years and they break up with you and they're like, no, I don't want to be with you. You gotta accept that.
Well, sometimes years. Go ahead.
Okay. I think the opposite, even though I agree, because if you called the breakup, there was a reason why you didn't want to be with them anymore. So for you to say, oh, I want you back, it's like you're indecisive. Why should I even get back with you?
Okay.
And it's like you inflicted hurt on someone else, and now you're trying to take that all back because of how you feel. What
Okay.
is that?
Do you agree?
I most definitely agree on this side.
Okay. And do you agree
Well,
with
I'm
Chris?
on this side, but
Okay, so you guys both
I
see.
mean, I understand. Yeah,
No, I see
I understand what this is.
Okay. All right. So when you don't and you want that person back, what does that make you feel like? What is a lot of people want to know? What does that make you look like to other people?
I don't think it makes you look. You like because.
I don't think
Or go
it
ahead.
matter.
It shouldn't matter, but let's be real. Everybody does talk. Everybody, it's gonna look bad.
Very true.
It's going to look bad. I mean, I feel like with that you have to take into account self-respect, because I know a lot of times if somebody would get broken up with, and it seems like they're just trying again, and it's like sometimes you gotta come to a crossroads yourself. Like, look, this is not happening. I need to go find a hobby or something. Like, this is not it.
well, it depends on what you're doing when you're wanting that person back. Like if you're sitting there and you're just like, I want this person back. You know, you're telling your close friends and stuff, whatever, and you're sitting in your house and you're upset about it, or you're on Twitter and you're doing this, and oh, I want this person back. I'm so miserable without them and all that stuff. Now you're making yourself look pathetic, in my opinion. You know? But if you're sitting there to yourself like, I want somebody back, that's different.
Okay. Well, I think that we can wrap the show with that. Here at UNLV's Student Union at the Tall Tables, live at your own State of Oz. It's been an interesting ride. We want to know what you think. Comment, share, like the video, and we'll see you next time. Are we rolling?
Yeah.
Okay. Mom, just stop apologizing. I'm sorry.
We on?
Here.
Cringe.
Don't lean back. Sorry, you guys.
Go.
All right.
It's my first day. I'm sorry.
Does it here's a picture of one, so has any exes ever wanted you guys back?
Come on. Come on. Come on.
Is that a question?